Morning, everyone. Boker Tov, Shavua Tov. Divrei Torah Shevili Nishmat, Rabbi Leo Boganim, Mr. David Wizman, Mr. Sami Maman, Mr. David Maman as well. So we're at the end of Siman Reish Samach Gimel Seif Aleph. Bezrat Hashem, we'll take a break after today and we'll go into the Halachot of Chanukah and we'll get back to the laws of Shabbat afterward. So this last halakha is a very interesting halakha and it's brought in the Ramah. Ashkenazim, but we'll see how it applies, if it's applicable to Sfaradim or not. Haisha sheshachecha pam achat lehadlik. If God forbid a woman, we have someone here, so you got to listen up. So, but the men here got to make sure for their wives. If God forbid a woman forgot to light Friday night candles, Shabbat candles, madleket kol yameh shelosha nerot, then there's a little bit of a fine. And the fine is, for the rest of her life, she has to light 3 candles. She usually lights 2, she has to light 3. And then Mishnah Berurah says, if she made a mistake a second time, she has to light 4 for the rest of her life. And then again and again. So that's pretty severe. So we want to make sure the women don't forget to light Shabbat candles. Pretty severe. So if a lady, let's say, was stuck, an example, I don't know about which type of ladies, but an example, let's say a lady was in jail. So she couldn't light. Right? So that she's off for that one. It was against her will, she couldn't light in that case. But how does this work? Is it still applicable today? So let's see. So if a lady, let's say another example, she had her on her mind, I'm gonna light, I gotta light, and then lost track of time and already became Shabbat. So then it was on her mind to light, and she didn't just kind of forget about it. But basically, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef saves the day. And basically he says that nowadays, because the whole reason is, why are we lighting candles Shabbat? The main reason is to have shalom bayit in the house. You can have a Shabbat meal with no candles. The candles makes it, there's light in the room, and now you can eat properly, and there's shalom bayit. Because we have electricity, so in worst case scenario, he says, even if a lady did not have intention that the electricity that's on is going to be for my Shabbat candles. If she didn't have that in mind, but because she has the light on, the electricity is on, so there is that shalom bayit. So you're not losing that aspect of what the lights do. Obviously, the lights is for the candles for Shamor v'Zachor, Shabbat candles to remember the Shamor v'Zachor of Shabbat. But because there's another reason that it's shalom bayit, and now you have electricity, so that covers for this concept of not having to add another candle afterwards. So if, let's say, you would be in a situation where there wouldn't be, let's say you're at a cottage and you're out camping and you have no electricity, and she forgets to light candles, then you might be, as they say, up the creek and having to light a 3rd candle for the rest of.
The woman never lit, she has to light
So now, good question. Let's say a woman, she's Baal Teshuvah. She never lit candles before. And now, 40 years old, she says, I want to start lighting Shabbat candles. Say, ma'am, you have to light 400 candles or more for every week. No. She's Baal Teshuvah. We understand as well that Baruch Hashem, you do Teshuvah now, and you could go. Actually, the Ramah, the Mishnah Berurah does say that if a lady, let's say, now she made a mistake and she forgot Shabbat candles, so you have to light a 3rd. So what? It's going to cost me money. It's going to cost me a lot every week. So even if she would add a little bit of oil, if a lady, let's say, is poor, add more oil than she usually does, that also kind of works for this situation. So basically the ending would say like this: if, let's say, a woman would forget, there is room for a question. Rabbi, what do I do in this case? Generally, because of Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, we can be lenient with the chashmal, the electricity that's on, but it warrants a question. And it shouldn't go without, she forgot, it's okay, next time. No, it should go with, what do I do in this case? Because there's a fine put on a woman not, accidentally even, not doing Shabbat candles, how important Shabbat candles are. Okay, that's that for today. A few announcements. We have Mincha today at 4:20. We have breakfast this morning right after Tefillah, sponsored by the Boganim, Wizman, and Maman families, Leilu Nishmat, Rabbi Leo Boganim, David Wizman, and Sami Maman, Chazaku Baruch. We have the Chinuch Shiur on Tuesday night. Please RSVP, let me know if you'll be coming. We have a Chanukah party next Monday night, and as well, please register. It's going to be a really nice time. The women are really preparing for something nice, so please register for that.